All right, YouTube, the Deep South's oldest rivalry is right around the corner. Matter of fact, coming up this Saturday, Auburn will be taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. Go ahead and like this video, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle. Very excited about this game. This is actually one of my favorite games to watch, one of my favorite games to break down. I'm thinking, if you look over the course of the season, pretty much the deciding factor of the big games has been how will the offense perform. Now, the bad news is Georgia has one of the best defenses statistically in the country. They got some pretty talented guys in the secondary. Richard LeCount, Reed, number 20, number 14. I can't think of his name right now. I don't have the information in front of me, but those guys are actually pretty talented and can provide some level of anxiety for a true freshman quarterback who is playing inconsistently like a true freshman quarterback, and that is Bo Nix. The biggest factor in this particular football game, I have no doubt, even though Las Vegas, we might talk about that in a live stream today. I thought that was kind of interesting. Las Vegas actually thinks that Georgia will beat Auburn 36-27. I just don't understand where that 36 points from Georgia is going to come from. Not discounting how good they can potentially be on offense. I just haven't seen it yet. Auburn has not allowed any team over 27 points. Georgia is not like a point scoring machine, so we'll just have to wait and see on that. Now, as far as Bo Nix, the offensive line and Gus Malzahn wide receiver core have to come together and at least play sound against Georgia. Against top 25 action, these guys have not played well at all. I mean, if we look at stats from Bo Nix against AP top 25 teams, Bo Nix is 51 for 113, 45.1 completion percentage, average per play 5.1 yards per pass, 5 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. I mean, it's just not with a rating of 92.2. That's something that's absolutely not going to work against a team like Georgia. I think Georgia is very sneaky good. They're not really flashy in what they do, but they do get the job done on a high level. It's no mistake that they're ranked in the top 10, only losing one game. That was to South Carolina. Pretty sloppy game from Georgia. I still think Georgia has yet to find that dynamic duo running back wise like they are accustomed to having in the past. Some would have thought that it would have been, DeAndre Swift and Zamir White or Harrion. But, DeAndre Swift has kind of sort of held his end of the deal up in a way, but haven't had a lot of help from that second running back. As a matter of fact, DeAndre Swift has only had 3 games where he's had 100 yards or more. So that's something that has been a little different when you talk about the Georgia Bulldogs and what we've been accustomed to seeing in the past. Now, Auburn's offense has definitely got to get going. One of the things that I know that Auburn has to do is in the trend against top 25 teams or against especially the top tier teams on the road, is not being able to score touchdowns on opening drives. When Auburn has won their games, especially against top 25 competition, they've scored early and they've scored often. They kind of put teams in a bind. This is the kind of game where, especially at home, Auburn wants to get in a position to where they get Georgia behind the 8 ball. Get up 10-0. Get up 14-0. And continue to play good defense, and it gives you a chance against a team like Georgia, because you don't want a potential, offense. These guys can be good on offense. George Pickens is a very good wide receiver for Georgia, and Kager, very good receivers there. They're not necessarily, they don't scare you to death like the guys from Alabama and LSU, but they're good. They're sound. But this is opportunity with the athleticism that Auburn has on defense to where if the offense can just halfway complement Auburn in this game, Auburn's defense in this game, I think Auburn's got a shot. And I think they have more than a shot. And you talk about beating the top 10 team late in the season. Very, very outside chance for Auburn to get in. But at the same time, at least finish strong, make this a memorable year so that your guys that came back, like your Derrick Browns and your Marlon Davidsons, can have something to remember. 8-4 is just not a season to remember. Even if you win your bowl game and get that 9th win, is not a season to remember. Take away that you're at home, get off the nervous train, and help make something happen for once. I get it, true freshman and all that, but that's got to be secondary in this situation. This is a must-win game for Auburn. Definitely got to have it. I think Georgia's going to come in, and they're going to play hard. These are some very talented football players on both sides of the football, especially at the line of scrimmage on the offensive line. This defense is going to be severely tested for Auburn, especially up front. Who wins in the trenches? I think Auburn should have a certain level of success. Marlon Davidson will be rested. Derrick Brown, obviously one of the best defensive linemen in the country. And also Auburn has a pretty good support cast at that defensive line. But this is just an initial preview, just a bird's eye view. Bo Nix has got to play. I mean, it is, Joey Gatewood. There's no more Joey Gatewood. All you got left on the sideline is Cord Sandberg. It's all on Bo Nix. He's got to make it happen. Give his offense a chance to be successful in this particular game. And also the offensive line is going to have to, especially a quote-unquote veteran offensive line, has to stop the unforced errors and have to do a little bit better interior blocking for the running game. Once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast Talking Auburn Football. Go ahead and like this video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.